So the question is, why do I find it so hard to change? Because you don't have a plan. You don't have a plan, not a proper plan anyway. Or you've set it out in such a way where your unconscious mind has basically said, we're not doing that. Okay, so how do you set out the plan then? So let's look at the change process. First thing where people fail with the plan is not setting the goal big enough. That's the number one reason why people fail, is because they do not set a goal that is big enough. If you're trying to deal with depression and anxiety, the worst thing you can set as a goal is, I want to overcome depression or anxiety. If you put that, you're going to go round in circles. What you want to do instead is you want to have the plan after the depression and anxiety has gone. That's what you want to have the plan of. Yep, because then your unconscious mind is then looking at this thing and viewing depression and anxiety as temporary. So it views it as temporary. And now it knows there's something that you're trying to achieve. And then the other thing is you're thinking about that thing. And your unconscious mind says, well, to get this massive thing over here, we have to change. We have to change. And we have to become somebody else, something else. And we have to build skills. But this has to be big enough so that you have to develop. And it has to be exciting enough so you want to do it. You've got to build emotional juice to do it. The next things, and I say this with all clients, is this is the part where coaches, therapists, and change agents cannot really help you that much with. This is what you have to come with to us. And one of the things is a burning desire to change, a burning desire to change. You can't come up with us with, yeah, I ought to change. I should change. Maybe it'll be a good idea. Maybe I think I'll try. That's not good enough. Now, remember, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. But if you come to see me, for example, you've got to be, I want to change now. I really want to do it. The next thing, you have to have faith in the process. So you have to have some idea of what you're going to be able to do, what is expected of you in the change process, because you're going to have to take some action. It's not the case of, I'm just going to sit here and you are going to change me. It's no, you have to change your behaviors. You have to come here expecting to do some activities and take some action. Number three is you have to believe that you can change, that you personally can change and must change today, now. Yeah, you have to come with that. Those three things are a requisite for change. The next thing you need to have is your why. Why do you want to change? And when I was doing the MindBody project business, it took me 3 days and I was writing and writing and writing pages and pages and pages of why I want to do it. So the more reasons you have, then the more chance that you are going to succeed. Yeah, reasons come first, answers come second. And the other thing as well is this need, 6 needs, Anthony Robbins. I'm not going to talk about that here today, but you need to know what your needs are, what needs you're trying to meet, and what needs and how to meet them, and what vehicles you need to meet them by. The other thing is as well, is you need to break existing patterns. This is the number one thing that a therapist or any change agent has to know how to do. You have to be able to break neurological patterns, because if you try and change whilst having the old pattern, when life happens and there's stress, then all that's going to happen is you're going to go back to your old behaviors. Okay, so we have to deal with that, break the pattern so you cannot go back to that old pattern. Okay, Once you've done that, you want to change the problem into solvable terms. So, for example, depression, everyone's what everyone's describing depression as is something that's happening to me. No. If you do it as that, you've disempowered yourself. Disempowered people do not change. Zero people have changed in 19 years of me doing this, being disempowered. First thing is you have to be empowered. So the first thing you have to say, depression is a behavior that I'm doing and I'm getting a result. Okay, when you change it around like that, I am doing certain behaviors and it's giving me an outcome, then that's a different mindset of is solvable because now I'm in control of my behaviors. I can do something about that. The next thing you're going to do is create new empowering patterns. So you've got to create new behaviors. So once I've broken the old empowering pattern, the old negative pattern, then I want to create something new. So something's going to last, something's going to empower me, and something's going to create a life for me that's going to serve me well. And then the other thing as well, you want to relate the change to other areas of life. If you, once you've got this big goal, how is that going to affect all the other areas of life? How is it going to make them better? Yeah, because it should. If the goal is big enough, it should empower every single other area of life, family, finances, business or work, friends, family. I think I've said family, travel, all the other areas of life. How is the change going to affect that? How is it going to make it better? Write all of this down. All of this needs to be written down. Write all of this down into a plan. And then what will happen is your unconscious mind will say, ooh, let's go